Oh my god, guys. I almost forgot to enable the desktop audio. Wouldn't that be crazy? You wouldn't hear a single thing. Yeah, I did enable everything. Because you know what? I record my videos in OBS. Because that's the best place to record audio. Name one place that's better. You can't. Oh, look at that. One piece up already. 2 pieces up already. I've won 2 games in a row for 2 streams in a row, so we're looking upward today. This will be the 3rd in a row. There goes notification. Ugh. Oh no, he can take it now. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was up by 3, now we're even. Thanks to my stupidity. Now he's winning. Oh no, we're still even. No, he's winning by 1. He's up by 1. Oh my god. Okay, I think we're equally as bad as each other. Which is good to see. Another notification. Oh. Just the 2 notifications that go off in the 2 servers that announce whenever I'm streaming. Isn't that crazy? This might be the worst person I've ever faced. They really suck at this game. I have to be very careful not to stalemate. Wouldn't that suck? All this effort. Okay, can't go there or there or there. Now, if I move there, then he also can't move there. But he won't be in check, so he can stay there or there. Or there. Puni Baba says, hey Ari. And I say, hey Puni Baba. Look at this game of chess. This is the most intense game I've ever played. Because I'm on the verge of winning. Because my opponent is terrible. And because I am extremely talented. Okay, we need to think. So you can't go there. Oh my god, this is too much thinking. If I go there... Is he in... No, he's not in stalemate. Oh no, but he can go there. Oh. Oh, wow, alright. Oh my goodness. No, I don't want to win on time. I want to get a checkmate. Oh my god. What are all the arrows that keep appearing? I don't even know what you're talking about. Wait, these things? These arrows? You like draw them. Or the dots? The dots tell you where you can move. Alright, let's think. Let's think for a second. We have to checkmate this person. So I can't go there. But they're also not in checkmate. So if I... Okay, let's assume I go here. Then they can't go there. No, that's not it. Well, let's assume I go here. But then they're not in checkmate. Or in check. If I go there, then they're in check. They can't go there. Or there. Or there. Okay, I think this is the best move. Would you look at that? I won on time. Isn't that amazing? Okay, what's that? The third day in a row, I think? Or third game in a row? Okay. We didn't have too much to do today. One thing is to watch this. The 9th... Alright, we have a new video. 386 views. 1 comment. Amazing. And Heath is here, and he is dabbing. Okay. The context of this is that I had another thing I needed to get done. Another video. And I had a deadline. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get it done here by this deadline, which was, I think, this past, like, last Sunday or something. And, you know, I posted about it on the membership page. Because, you know, if you pay me $3 a month, you'll get a nice update every week on what's happening. And then I missed the deadline. And I also was starting on working on another video. And I was like, you know what? Let me just make this RWBY video, which is, like, so much quicker and easier than the other video, which I won't say what it is, you know, because I owe my members. I don't want to let them down and tell everyone. So then this came out. And I didn't exactly know what this was going to be about. There's a particular scene in RWBY that I think is really interesting, and it's like towards the end of Volume 9. And I wanted to talk about that. I had no idea what to say. At the same time, I heard, you know, RWBY probably not coming back. Well, it probably is coming back, but it's probably not coming back in the current form it is because, you know, Rooster Teeth shut down and everything. So I kind of wanted to make a, oh, RWBY's good, isn't it? Let's make a video about it. So that was another idea. And just in general, I wanted to make a video about the brothers, which are like my 2 most favorite, interesting characters in RWBY. And their lore is pretty interesting, so I wanted to make about that. So I somehow just like put everything together and made some weird video that focuses on the meta aspect of the story, the RWBY subtle wink at the 4th wall. So that's this, but let's watch it. Should we 1.5 times it, or should we watch it on normal? I don't know. You know, it's 3 minutes. We're watching it at normal speed, all right? The 9th volume of RWBY takes place in the... Oh my god, actually, I won't comment till after. Let me write down my notes as I watch this. The 9th volume of RWBY takes place in the Ever After, a realm disconnected from the main universe. Okay, wait, we're 1.5. It's a strange world. The land is split into homogeneous biomes. The flow of time is dynamic, and concepts like names and identities are not universally understood. Throughout the volume, our characters traverse this Ever After as they reflect on their shortcomings and reorient for the future. Of all the characters, the struggles of 2 are elevated above the rest. Jean, the man who keeps failing to protect those close to him, having failed Pyrrha and Penny and Weiss and Alex. And RWBY, the girl whom the world expects to be strong and lead the heroic fight for the sake of everyone, despite having failed Pyrrha and Penny and the entirety of Atlas. By the end of the volume, both Jean and RWBY, through introspection and guidance, come to terms with their shortcomings and are ready to take the next steps forward. This is all standard storytelling stuff, a volume of reflection after failing a climactic battle. But then the show does something interesting. In the final scene of the volume, we unravel the mystery of the Ever After, learning the history of the tree, the prime mover from which all of creation stemmed. This tree created an imbalanced world, and to balance it out, it created 2 brothers. The 2 brothers. Light and darkness, creation and destruction. We learn of the early days in the lives of these brothers, from birth to adolescence, and ending with the tale of their adulthood, where we see them take their first steps beyond their home to pursue their grander dreams. As we see the brothers give each other one final look as they step through the door to the next chapter of their lives, we hear a sentimental remix of This Will Be the Day, the track used as the opening for the first volume of RWBY. The music drags us into the meta-narrative of the story. It invokes a feeling of nostalgia for those early days, reminding the audience of how far the show has come and how far we have come along with it. The brothers are at the beginning of their own journey, with its own ups and downs, a big, wide, new world for them to explore, just as their creation, the world of Remnant, has provided for Team RWBY, as well as for us, their audience. Volume 9 was a volume focused on slowing down, reflecting on the past, and recalibrating for the future. And hence, this final scene is a fantastic wrap-up, incorporating the audience into the themes of the story. And with the production of RWBY as we know it potentially coming to a close, this may be the final impression the show imparts on us. And now we have to choose where the next chapter of our journey will take us. Okay, so that's the the video. Initially, I have a few very small notes that I just want to get out of the way. I know there's also probably no one who watches these streams has any interest in RWBY whatsoever, and I guarantee no one has seen it. So I understand that. So I'm basically speaking to no one here. But firstly, this was a way shorter video initially. It was like a minute and a half until like a day and a half ago where I decided I wanted to add more context. So this entire section about like for the future, the recap of all the characters and everything and talking about their journey in volume 9 and everything, that didn't exist. And it was just like entirely just talking about this final scene with the music and all that. So that's the first thing. Secondly, the best part of this video was the part I was dreading the most, which is, you know, this like nice 30-second or 20 seconds at the end where it's like music and stuff and you have to edit your favorite scenes in RWBY into it. I think that came together very well and I like it. And when I watch this, which I've rewatched this, I rewatch all my videos many times when I publish them. I rewatch this end middle arc because I'm like, oh my god, look at this, it's so cute, all the different characters and they're all happy and they're so much younger and all that, and I like that bit. All right. The most annoying thing about this video was collecting a bunch of clips. You know, there's 9 volumes of RWBY. There's a lot of episodes. I think I recorded like, because the way I collect this stuff is screen recording Crunchyroll. And I collected, I don't know, like an hour of footage or something, which took obviously an hour to record it all. So that was not fun, but you know, came together. What else? I don't expect this will get many views because RWBY itself, I don't think besides the H Bomber guy video, it doesn't get many views as far as I understand. Oh my god, was that a free run thing? What is this? Is that free run? I don't know. Yeah, 6 million views, and then we got like 400k, and then there's like a 20k and a 5k, and there's like a shipping thing. I don't know. You don't get many views basically, so I'm not expecting this to get many. That's one thing. Music was the biggest annoying thing of editing this video because I've done it now for, I think, how many videos in a row has it been? Yeah, ever since, I guess, these 4 most recent videos, they've been edited to the music. So as I'm scripting, as I'm recording the actual script, it's being recorded when I'm playing the music in the background so that I can tie it all together to make it sound nice at the proper moments. I think that's very important to making a good video, at least in the types of videos that I make, at least. And I think it was tough, basically, because the track itself, you have to hit it at certain points. Like, for instance, when you're talking about the door and talking about the remix of This Will Be the Day, you have to kind of have the motif playing there so that when the audience is listening, they're like, oh my god, that is the song. It has to tie up there at that point, which means that when you're syncing it up, it doesn't like, there's like gaps in the soundtrack, and you gotta like, I have to basically tie it all together in Audacity and like stitch different pieces together to make the actual cohesive sound here. So that was a bit annoying, but that was fun. You know, I like the music. Music choice is, I think, one of the way more important editing choices. Like, I think the music choice makes or breaks a video, whereas the editing doesn't really. Like, who cares if you like put clips that are relevant or not? As long as there's clips, people will pay attention. But I think the music is very important. Audio was recorded in OBS. I've been doing that as well for, I think, 3 videos now, and I think it sounds way better because I've tuned the I don't even know what you call it, the audio profile, the amount of bass, and there's some word I'm looking for, but that's all tuned perfectly for streams. So the voice you're hearing now should be very similar to what you're hearing in the actual video. And there's no, like, I don't have to process anything in Audacity or take out any like background noise or anything. It's all like automatically done, which makes things a lot quicker. And I think it makes things sound a lot better. So that's one thing. Like, if you go back to, you know what? I don't know if anyone will be able to tell besides me. Hopefully people will be able to tell. Oh, Elite AI. Wouldn't that be a name? Oh my God. So for instance, what do we go? This one, right? I think it's pretty obvious in this. This was recorded in Audacity, and there was no like predefined profile for the bass and all that. I think it sounds very bad. There's such strong feelings you get from going right back to the start of a grand story that you love. So that's one example. And then we've got this one, which I think sounds a lot better. The 9th volume of RWBY takes place in the Ever After, a realm disconnected. So yeah, and then if we go to another one, this was also recorded in the old manner, but I don't think it's too bad. In the magical world of Mushoku Tensei, where battles between gods can erase entire... So there's that. And then the 9th volume of RWBY takes place in the... There we go. You know, I think it's an improvement, all right? So I think I'm going to do that going forward. And I have, like, for instance, this one as well. In an effort to save Vander, Viful... It should sound like what I sound like now. Okay. The next point is I have no idea if... Okay. As I was writing the script, I was not confident that I was going to manage to pull a coherent point together at all. And I think I am still making way too much of a scene that is not really that important. Because the whole point here is that when you watch this scene in the original show, you hear the music when the brothers are stepping through the door and you're like, oh my god, this is crazy. It's just like me when I'm watching RWBY 9 years ago or whatever. It's come so far, I've come so far, blah, blah, blah. So this entire video, the whole point of it, like landing when you're watching it, you have to kind of relate to that moment. And I feel like no one would probably, I feel like very few people would probably relate to that. So I don't think this is going to hit for many people, but it hits for me. So here we are. Oh my god, 22 likes. That's crazy. And then we got one comment. Interesting video and channel as well. Some videos are super popular, but others can't hit 1,000 views. Will subscribe and wish success. So this person doesn't know that my only successful videos are Mushoku Tensei. Well, I guess also Attack on Titan now. Maybe that confuses things a bit. Okay. That's the other thing. Another thing is that there's a, I'm talking a lot about my video here, but I have a lot of thoughts here. There's one shot here that doesn't really make sense if you know anything about RWBY, but I thought it looked cool, so I included it, which is Penny. This is like the coolest shot in RWBY ever, which is Penny like dancing in front of the moon. And now this is the coolest thing ever.
The next chapter of our journey will take us.
So I put that in there because why not? Another issue, which I think I salvaged it. Like, I think this comes across fine. I've done worse in my other videos. Which one is it? I think the Mikasa video suffers the worst from this, but the final line here about how the characters have gone on their journey and now it's our turn to go on our journey or whatever. That can definitely come across as too earnest, or is that even the word I'm looking for? Wait. Earnest? Resulting or showing, yeah, it can come across as too sincere or like cringe, I guess, if you're like, if you place too much importance in the story or whatever. Here, I think it works well or it works better than what I had initially, because initially in the script and the version that I recorded, and I had it all the way until like the last like hour of editing, and I thought, this is way too much. I said, let's first listen to this, see what I actually said.
Wrap up, incorporating the audience into the themes of the story. And with the production of RWBY as we know it potentially coming to a close, this may be the final impression the show imparts on us. And now we have to choose where the next chapter of our journey will take us.
So I said, and now we have to choose where the next chapter of our journey will take us. Initially it was like, and you have the power to choose where the next chapter of your journey takes you, or something like that. And it was a bit too cringe, so I toned it down a bit and I had to re-record it. And if you listen carefully, you can probably tell that the first like half of that sentence is, a different recording session, but I think I mastered pretty well. Let's see. Wait a minute. If anyone can notice.
RWBY imparts on us. And now we have to choose where the next chapter of our journey will take us.
You know what? I don't even think you can tell, because right then I couldn't tell. Maybe it's because it's 1.5 times speed, but anyway, that's fine. Now, if we compare this to a bad example, we go to the Mikasa video, which I regret adding this line ever. I cringe at it every time I listen to it. This is right at the end here.
Mikasa have headaches, so that Attack on Titan can tell the story of a traumatized, empty girl using her own strength to move forward from tragedy. If Mikasa can do it, and Yumi can do it, then so can you.
If Mikasa can do it, and you can do it, and Yumi can do it, then so can you. And that's like way too earnest and puts too much importance on this scene in Attack on Titan, and I don't like it. So that's bad. This is, I don't know if I said this in the digest, if I even talked about it. Did I even? All right, anyway, it's Amir. He has a video where I think he did this well. I was concerned because he showed me this before he uploaded it. It's like, oh, give me some feedback or whatever. I think he handles this well, but this is like an example of something that could be done too earnestly, I guess. Where he's, I think, thanking the author here, right?
And understand. That is the
最低だって思ってる人がリスナーにもいて、たくさんいたとして、でも変われるって漫画を通してもしかしたらその人も変われるかもしれない。
Yukimura Sensei, I hear you, and I'll do my best.
That's kind of like, I think it fits. It's fine in the context of this video for Vinland Saga, because I do think that Vinland Saga has that weight behind it, where saying something like this, it's good. Like it's deserved because of the context of Vinland Saga, and the rest of this video, it fits in well. But I could easily see someone else saying this about something like Jujutsu Kaisen, or like, I don't know, something that's like, it has less thought behind it. And it could come across as cringe, of like thanking the author for something they've done or whatever, and saying, I'll do my best. But here it works well. But that's just an example, I guess, of like when I talk about how it's difficult to land the ending of like earnestness in a video. But anyway, I think that's everything. I don't know. That was a lot to say, but there's a nice SFX here, sound effects. Look at that, crazy. One sound effect. Yeah, that's this video. It's the first topic of today, all right? Next topic, I have absolutely nothing else. That's it. No more topics. In my list, in my nice document, which you guys never see, which I now put on my main monitor, I have a topic section and it said RWBY video. Then I have a back burner section, which says Mushoku Tensei production issues, because Miller reminded me I should make a video about that one day. There's a RWBY fights tier list, which, you know, if anything, now would be the time to do it, but I still don't think I'm going to do this because there's way too many fights. Excuse me. An anime OP tier list, that could be a thing. There's that Sakugabura article, which I think we read, or we gave up on reading it, about AI and animations. I could probably knock that off the list, but it's a good reference to have here. I need to look into trigger warnings. Is there actual research into it? I have a thread here. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what this is, but I'm not going to even put it on because I don't know what, if someone sent it and I wasn't meant to put it here. I don't remember. Anyway, and there's Wolf Children. I have to watch that. Tommy by Junji Ito. Minecraft streams. That could be interesting. And that's it. That's my document there. Anyway, what is this? Let's have a look. Is there anything I could possibly do? There's only a few good fights, all right? What are they? This isn't really a fight, but it's really cool. This is when Yang's arm comes off. What else stands out? This one sucks. I didn't like the one with the weird... What do you even call this? A serpent? The Unagi in Avatar or whatever? What else is a good fight? The food fight. God tier. It's fantastic. Is there anything else? The fight in the end of Volume 8 is really great. S tier. Oh my god. Kyle Entertainment VODs has shown up. Isn't that crazy? I'm watching Shakespeare in Love. Alidar, you idiot. I don't even know what that is. Shakespeare in Love. Also, I'm signed in here. Wow. That's crazy. Everyone go check out the Kyle Ent VODs channel for a new upload that I'm sure just came out. Kyle Ent VODs. Does it show up in search, I wonder? Oh my god, it does, even with 9 subscribers. Isn't this crazy, guys? Look at this. Oh my god, I hope that wasn't copyrighted music. Somehow he uploads this and the copyrighted music doesn't get copyrighted, so that's great. Oh, and also, of course, there's a Mr. Beast thing here.
In this box.
Crazy. Alright. Anyway, let's keep going. We're almost done. This fight, this also isn't like, you know, it's not really in order or anything, but the fight in Volume 1, you know, that's why everyone watches RWBY. It's because of this fight, so it's pretty great. Where's the actual good ones? All right, let's do all the God tier. They'll move this down. God tier, the one with the Grim Reaper. I tried to watch it on stream once and the stream got blocked. So that was disappointing. What else is a really good one? I mean, there's one fight that's like a million times better than anything else RWBY has ever done. Where the hell is it? You know what? I wonder if I can watch this on stream. We're going to watch the greatest fight ever made. Maybe I already did watch this on stream. RWBY, Neo versus Yang. This is the greatest fight in all of animation. All right? Nothing better has ever been put to film. Okay, I'm signed in here. I'm watching a movie. Yeah, I assume that's Shakespeare in Love, right? I'll be back with Trainwrecks clips soon. That's good to hear. Also, it did get hit with copyright for the Billie Eilish song. Did it get blocked though, or is it just, or did you have to trim it out? Or is it you don't get monetized, but you don't care about that because it's just like a second thing? He doesn't even have a PFP. True, he got the option of having a PFP, he just hasn't uploaded it yet. Because, you know, Bacon did make him one. It just didn't get blocked. Okay, true. Anyway, now this stream might get blocked because, I don't know, the last time I watched the RWBY clip on stream, it blocked the entire stream. But then somehow I made an entire RWBY video with a bunch of clips from a bunch of episodes and it didn't get blocked, so I don't know. But get ready for the greatest fight you'll ever witness. And keep in mind, for anyone who doesn't know, this is one of the 4 main characters of RWBY. This is Yang Xiaolong. She's the Y in RWBY. She's RWBY's sister, and it's confusing because there's RWBY, the RWBY, and there's the character RWBY, RUBY. She's RWBY's older sister. And this is a new character that was introduced in this scene, I think. unless she, I guess she could have also been in like one minor fight before, but this is the first time they're confronting each other. And it's like a main character versus some random villain that is like tiny and has an umbrella. Anyway. Oh my god, it's not even the whole scene. Okay, wait, we've got to get the whole scene, alright? Where is it? Alright, here. Where's the flip? She like flips Yang over and it's like the best thing ever. The best part of this fight is that Yang never gets a single hit in. It's the greatest thing. And there's a moment coming up where you're going to watch. She's just about... It looks like she got a hit in, but she... Greatest fight ever put to film. Love it. For that fight alone, RWBY has earned its existence, alright? Okay. So now what? This is the real question. What do we do now? There's videos. We could do a tier list. What have we got on our to-do list here? Nothing in Discord. We already watched all the stuff Miller recommended. Oh my god, is it my choice? Wait, let me refresh this page. There shouldn't be an Adam Savage video on there. Yeah, it's gone. Stephen Moffat created the scariest Doctor Who monster video essay. I could watch this power scaling video, but I feel like I'm just not going to have anything to say. But you know what? We are in a power scaling mood here. Holla says, Aji's goated. Hello.
I hate power scaling. But
This person is my enemy. I love power scaling. Did I already watch this? I feel like I've already seen this.
not in the way you might think. Power scaling, or more accurately, my dad can beat up your dad, is a form of discussion in most anime, manga, movie, comic book, video game. You get the idea. It is a really, really nerdy endeavor that involves taking feats and statements from said media in order to find out how hard a character can hit, or how tanky they are, and maybe how fast they fight or travel. These stats tend to be the most important usually, but every verse is different with unique abilities, so other factors like intelligence, hacks, or equipment also have to be taken into consideration. For example, because of Gojo's Limitless, he would be a tougher matchup for, say, the Naruto verse than Sukuna, even though Gojo and Sukuna should be relative.
Whoa, is it going to be
To each other.
spoilers?
Still following along,
All right.
ultimately, I do understand the appeal of power scaling. It's a fun way to go through a fictitious series, apply real-world logic, and get real-world results. It's like watching those science channels, except, you know, instead of watching Styropyro use 100 car batteries to generate 50,000 amps worth of electricity, you're watching Seth the Program. Yeah, I've been gone for a while. Let's try that again. You're watching, I don't know,
Is there like drama with Seth the programmer or whatever?
No Up and Broken Ronin calculate pixels to see that Yuji's faster than Mach 400.
Wait, that's the guy, right? Miller sent this video. That's this guy, right? Seth?
Hello, everyone.
Or is that a different? I assume it's the same Seth. Anyway.
Logic in the videos is usually sound, and, you know, the math checks out, but I don't think these stories are meant to be looked at this way. My issue with power scaling has less to do with trying to figure out who's stronger between two different verses, say Goku versus Giorno, Goku's plans by the way. Rather, it has more so to do with scaling characters within their own series, especially one as complex like Jujutsu Kaisen that also just isn't finished yet. The late Stan Lee once said this.
Who would win in a fight? Who would win in a fight if Galactus fought the Hulk? The person who'd win in a fight is the person that the scriptwriter wants to win.
Crazy.
If I'm writing a story about the Thing from the Fantastic Four, and he gets into a big fight with Spider-Man, and millions of people out there say, who would win? Well, it depends on who I want to win if I'm writing the script. These are fictitious characters. The writer can do whatever he wants with them, so stop.
This is very true. He was being a PDF file. Oh, or abusive last year. Okay. Interesting.
Asking those bonehead
Miller never mentioned this when he was talking about this Seth guy. Oh my god.
questions, because I've had it with that.
Honestly, with all due respect, I think that is a load of BS, and it misses the entire point and appeal of power scaling. Readers aren't stupid. Readers realize that whoever is writing whatever story is in charge, and they get to choose which character is stronger, which character wins, and ultimately that kind of sucks, because when every author has their own idea for how strong they want a certain character or verse to be, where's the consistency? Where is that answer that we want so badly? Because of this, as far as I'm concerned, using feats, statements, stuff like this, it is the most logical and objective way to do it. In that case, I think the will of the author should just be completely thrown out the window, and shouldn't be paid much attention. With that being said, however,
Oh god. I actually don't know in this case. If you're like, there's like too many ways you could do this. Like if you care about power scaling and you're in like some power scaling competition where you have to like get the most answers correct, I don't even know if you should include author statements or not. Because if you include author statements and the author is like the single writer of a series, then they would oh, I don't even know. You know what? I just don't even know. Which is more fun? I feel like it's more fun to research like everything the author has ever said. That would be more fun. Basing it just on feats is like equally as like nonsensical because like everyone could interpret feats differently, right? Like if Goku, oh god, I can't even think of an example. Like if Goku, if Broly destroys South Galaxy by like powering up or something, and that's what we hear is said, how do we know that that's really what happened? How do we know it's not an exaggeration or, I don't know.
However,
Open-endedness,
there is some
you know?
truth to what Stan is saying. Ultimately, the author does matter, but for kind of a different reason. In the case of Jujutsu Kaisen, I think Gege Akutami has a clear vision.
I'm so scared I'm gonna get like JJK spoilers here, but I know this. I went to one big spoiler, obviously. I don't want any more spoilers for that fight though.
Strong they want their characters to be, and I don't think we need to calculate pixels to find out some of these answers. In my opinion, I think Gege has divided his characters into different categories. At the pinnacle, you have
All right, we getting. I don't. You know what? We're not watching this. I don't want any JJK spoilers. It looks like this guy is a JJK guy. We're done. No more. All right. I thought you said Destiny. Destiny responds to Critical Drinker and Toxic Phantom, but no Disney. Let's talk about My Hero Academia's animation. I think I've done enough animation responding videos. Oh my god, how's our good friend Monko Man doing?
There are a few
His
instances.
recent video got a lot of views, has it? Oh, he's got even another one after that. 12k, that's not bad for Monko Man, right? Did you guys see that the normies got absolutely destroyed? They put out a video about JJK, like everyone else, where they're reacting to the Sukuna versus Maharaga Blu-ray. And apparently, I didn't actually watch this video, I just looked at the comments, but apparently they're using a 60 frames per second interpolated, like, increased saturation video, and everyone's mad about it. Guys, what was even the point of reacting to this? If you're going to watch a 60 FPS frame interpolated color over saturated fan edit, it seems faster, the color contrasts more. Gee, I wonder why. True. Lamau, that's not the BR version, that's a shittier version of the original. Oh my god, isn't that crazy? Oh my god, did they actually just like watch the original? Because that's really funny if they did. Wait, let's have a look. How can I tell?
Well, with just
Where's the train scene? That's the one I can tell.
Batted away. 815. So many. 30%. Limited technique.
This all looks the same.
Yeah, you can't blame. Dexter's lab, but it's a whole.
Oh, the train. Here we go.
It's like DD destroying Dexter's lab, but it's a whole city.
you got them slices.
Wait, is it literally just the original? This looks like I've seen every single one of these scenes here.
Not Flaga, man. The coveted technique that Megami was gonna use so many times before.
Or is this like... Oh, no, wait. It is the original, I'm assuming? Okay, okay. That makes a lot more sense, right? Maybe they watched like a second bit? Oh, yeah, okay. This is new stuff. Okay, okay. Whew. Whew. That was scary. This is why you watch the intros to videos, right? Gives you context. Alright. What are we watching now? Love Letter to Cowboy Bebop. Did we watch this 9-minute Attack on Titan video? I feel like we did. 4-3. That's what I got rid of all these 4-3s from the playlist. This could be interesting. The Mother's Basement one. The title is Original versus Blu-ray. Yeah, that's what I noticed after when I don't know if I said that when I saw it, but yeah. Oh, what is this? 26 minutes. Eliminate repetitions from your writing. Repetitions reduce dramatic tension. I wonder what this video is about. It's about dialogue? Because it's about writing? Or is it about like overarching writing of plots? Because I feel like there's... What's like a good example of repetition being effective? In monologues, it can be very effective to repeat like the same idea, but let's see.
Impenetrable prisons. Hohai Stronghold is impenetrable. The wall is impenetrable and heavily guarded. The surrounding cliffs are hundreds of feet high. The city is surrounded by impassable barriers on 3 sides.
That's why the city is named Ba Sing Se. It's the impenetrable city. They don't call it Na Sing Se.
Hey, what?
That means penetrable city.
How does this video have 150,000 views? And it's making
It's not.
It's not even making a point. I mean, I guess it is. What's it trying to say? That why even use this scene as an example? And how? Okay, so it's obviously this scene here is not impactful at all, but it is funny a little bit, I guess.
Impenetrable city.
This is absurd. Are the comments going to be agreeing with this? It's actually wild how Netflix keeps hiring writers right out of high school for some reason. Honestly, that Narsing Say joke is too good. It's true though. Repetition like this is surprisingly notable. Just don't try and fix it by breaking out the thesaurus. You'll wind up using words that don't fit either. I guarantee most of these people are just... There's no way that like an adult can write this comment, right? Like stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe I overestimate YouTube commenters, but I feel like repetition is for emphasis, right? You keep saying it's impenetrable, it's impenetrable, it's impenetrable, so that when Azula does come in and penetrate the wall, it's like, that's like the point, right? It's not impenetrable. Like repetition is useful. It's a stupid point. This is true about light novels. I don't know the Mushoku Tensei light novel is like the others, but light novels repeat themselves ad nauseum. Okay, now what do you mean by repeat, Heath? Do you mean like using the same phrases for... I don't even know what that means. Not a fan of this one. End the stream. Oh my god, it's Minty. Thank you, Minty. I'm glad you're here, you know. You're helping me out. Minty, you know what? If you suggest something, we'll go down that line of entertainment here. So if you have a topic you want me to talk about or a video you want me to watch, I'll indulge you. All right. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, we're watching this thing, The Mother's Basement. A painfully honest review of Netflix's Avatar, or just Netflix Avatar. This is so exciting. I wonder what it's gonna say. I already suggested something and you haven't done it yet. Oh my god. That's crazy because I don't see like a suggestion anywhere. Anyway.
Anime. Comics. Some fourth thing. Long ago, the fandoms would get hyped when a thing they loved became a movie, but everything changed when Dragon Ball Evolution attacked. Only the Avatar, master of cartoon comedy and anime storytelling, could save us. But when the world needed him most, we got M. Night Shyamalan.
My name is and I'm the Avatar.
Bring me all your elderly!
That child is being arrested.
For what?
Wait, was that example of bad acting? Because I like that. The Zuko thing.
Of cartoon comedy and anime storytelling could save us. But when the world needed him most, we got M. Night Shyamalan.
My name is and I'm the Avatar.
Bring me all your elderly!
That child is being arrested.
For what?
He was bending tiny stones at us from behind a tree. It really hurt.
Well, actually, what we got was a whole lot of studio meddling that M. Night got blamed for. He's honestly the biggest victim of the whole debacle, having his name irrevocably attached to this barely watchable lump of garbage that barely resembles his original vision.
Is that true? I actually never heard of that.
To be fair, that original vision probably still would have pissed a lot of Avatar addicts off, but more in the quirky, fun 80s Super Mario movie way, you know, where the film is clearly doing something, just not the something most people wanted to see. Which is still infinitely better than doing nothing anyone would want to see, but that's a story for another YouTube video, which several other people have made already, I'm sure. As a jumping off point for today's story, all you really need to know is there was a Last Airbender movie once, and it has a legitimate claim on being not just the worst adaptation, but the worst Hollywood film of all time. Ultimately, that
it's crazy. It's not even that bad. I don't know. I thought it's like a 4 out of 10, at least from my memory when I watched it. But I guess I was younger when I watched it.
Had two lasting effects on the legacy of Avatar. Firstly, the whole brand kind of collapsed in on itself for a while, and every time its creators tried to build it back up, the Nick execs who actually caused the problem would lose their nerve at the last second, and now suddenly the last season of Korra gets to premiere in a crappy web player, just for example. But second, the film's honestly miraculous, complete lack of any redeeming qualities left us all with one...
What about like the like final set in the north? Like that looked really good. I feel like there's a lot that's like
burning question.
You can say that's ambitious about it. I don't know. The fire looks really good, right? There wasn't too much of it, I guess.
What if? Not even what if we did it right this time, just what if we tried again? It can't possibly be worse, right? Like the eternally hypothetical Final Fantasy VII Remake, the dream that there could one day be a good live-action Avatar became so fixed in the imagination of the fans and creators alike that its manifestation as some kind of consumable product was inevitable, as was the absolute shitstorm of discourse that preceded and followed its release on Netflix last week. You've probably heard a lot of passionate takes on this show since then, ranging from "it killed my entire family in front of me" to "it sucked my dick and gave me free cake." But today we're gonna try to cut through all that noise to find honest answers to 3 key questions. Is this new series worth watching for fans of the original? Does it work as a standalone adaptation? And most importantly, was this whole thing just a fundamentally bad idea? Before I tell you the answer to all 3 questions is yes, mostly, I really ought to tell you about today's sponsor, GamerSupps. The Fire Nation!
Oh
The Fire
my
Nation's
God.
coming! Oh no, I have so much flammable
Is this gonna be like a
Who will
3-minute
save us? Look over there!
Oh, no.
It's the legendary destined hero with the power to take down firebenders. The Avatar Smoke Show, the new GamerSupps cup waifu. When she gently rubs her magic hose, not pictured, it shoots great spurts of liquid that can douse any flame. So, just like a waterbender?
Oh,
No,
boy.
idiot. Waterbenders shoot boring old water. Smoke Show shoots the greatest liquid known to man, GamerSupps, which she can also suck right out of the hose at any time to instantly gain its focus and energy-related benefits. Plus, it
Oh boy. I already suggested something. Oh, you didn't tell me what it was. Is it because I said not a fan? What a sensitive baby. Is it? I don't even know what you're referring to. Is it because I said not a fan? Not a. Oh, your previous message. Not a fan of this one. End the stream. No, I'm waiting. What's the suggested thing? I don't even know what you're referring to. Avatar fans, we want good writing. That's very true. Korra writers, we put lesbians in it. And then Minty is emoting. Thank you, Minty. Good, very good contribution. All
the
right.
essential antioxidants, which is kind of like the Avatar state, but better. It tastes delicious too, and that's why you should go to gamersupps.gg/basement to buy some at a discount now. Plus also maybe some of the sexy firefighter merch while supplies last. Future Jeff here. Supplies did not last. Cups already sold out. They got a few t-shirts and trays, I believe, left, so get those while the getting's good. Or in
Oh my god. What do you think the percentage of people watching this? How many people skip this? Like skip a segment like this? I feel like it'd be really high. But then again, there's probably a lot of people watching this as like background noise that aren't even like, they're probably watching on their phone, like in their pocket when they're like walking to work or something.
instant ramen. They make instant ramen these days. And tea. Do you have calming jasmine? Nah, but they do got sleepy time. Hey, where'd everyone go? Oh, my nephew is burning them all to death right now. Huh, how about that? So, how many can I put you down for? The pain. Let's get the obvious questions out of the way up front. Is Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender as good as Nickelodeon's Avatar: The Last Airbender? Okay, yeah, expected that. But is it as bad as Nickelodeon movies The Last Airbender, an M. Night Shyamalan film? That depends on who you ask and how much of a liar they are. Notable Twitter Blue engagement farm discussing film said, at worst, the Netflix show makes M. Night Shyamalan's 2010 The Last Airbender film feel like a mercy, because at least that poor effort was only 2 hours long. And the only way I can square that statement with any sane view of reality is if the writer has never seen the movie. Because even if you only
Alright, the famous scene. My god, are we gonna see anything else?
watch the last Flixbinger's shit garbage pilot episode and never actually get to any of the good parts, the difference in quality is still night and day. The show's dialogue can be a little cringy and over-explainy, sure, but the movie's dialogue is literally almost 100% exposition. It is uniquely excruciating to sit through. A single
Alright. This is an incredibly boring video, I should have guessed, because it's a review. I thought maybe there'd be a little bit of analysis. I don't know. What else has he done? Oh boy, he made an Akira Toriyama video. Interesting. What's my favorite? I guess I was going to say, what's my favorite Mother's Basement video? But probably some what's in an OP video that was like very, probably well thought out. I don't know. Probably the Mob Psycho ones, right? Alright, Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin's horrifying symbolism. I feel like we've seen this, but you know what? I don't remember, so we're gonna watch it. Version dancing and screaming with no visual effects shown on screen versus Chad good visual effects and darker lighting. That's very true. That is the distinction between the two adaptations, and no one is brave enough to say it. Except for Mother's Basement, I guess. It's like 60 FPS or something? No? Damn. Alright, this doesn't feel familiar. This could be interesting. Wait, is this the Mikasa video where they like... No, it can't be. What is this channel? 700 subs. I don't know what this is from. Oh, Jesus. They definitely need to improve their thumbnails. Why does this channel feel so familiar? Did like Kyle Entertainment watch this or something? Look at this intro. This is crazy. This is awesome. Who's that? Oh my god, is this... There's like no one talking?
Serialized and
okay, there is someone. Damn, I thought that was going to be exciting for a second. Stop fucking around, I just said it. You know what, Minty? Sometimes I don't even know what to say to you sometimes. You just say things, you know? And then I just take a moment, I'm like, how do I respond to this? And right now, I'm just choosing not to respond to it.
Answers Monthly Magazine Best Satsu Weekly from September 2009 to April 2021.
What is this video?
The author of Attack on Titan is Hajime Isayama.
Is this an AI voice?
The thing that is very unique about his writing and world building is his ability to depict the fantasy-like primordial feel of the old world. That feeling of dread our ancestors felt when humans were hunted down by predators. A tribalistic world where technology hasn't been fully developed and we as humans are still cautiously threading the dark.
This is like, of all the AOT videos I've seen, this feels the most unique.
Some of the mythological inspirations for Attack on Titan are the biblical giants from the Bible that roamed the earth and terrorized humanity, the Norse mythology of Ymir, and the earth tree that binds all life. In modern pop culture, Isayama Sensei once said that he prefers stories where human characters are cornered. So the appeal of kaiju and dinosaur films are very prominent in his work. It provides large-scale battles, making the situation of his characters a very high-stakes do-or-die scenarios. The stories he likes, however, are filled with horror, because horror tends to provide mysteries that always get readers to turn the next page of a manga. Stephen King's The Mist was cited to be the inspiration for Attack on Titan's ending. Its story revolves around a group of civilians trapped inside a
Convenient that you skipped some of my message that didn't fit with your narrative. I read out your entire message, Minty.
Right? Store. Because a mysterious mist engulfed their hometown, bringing with it Lovecraft monsters. But the very core of his story was taken from the video game of Love Alternative.
Oh my god. Why do I always hear this? Everyone always talks about Muv-Love. Like I have a bunch of comments that are referencing it. There was some guy, I think he messaged me on Twitter or something saying you should watch Muv-Love. Or maybe he like replied to a tweet or something. People just love this thing.
Where man-eating aliens are driving humanity to the brink of extinction. And the ability to have multiple timelines. This also opened a thread of theories that the Attack on Titan anime might have an anime original ending. But what made me really invested in Attack on Titan is learning Isayama's way of writing a story. And the way he grabs your curiosity.
This has to be an AI voice, right? And it's got the text as it's reading it out. This is awesome.
To go discover more about the world of Attack on Titan. Isayama's willingness to write a manga that is allegorical to Japanese history of World War II, and Japanese society's rigid hierarchical class system. Attack on Titan is an allegory of class culture and how tensions innate within it leads to resentment and eventually revolution. It's understandably symbolically why Parodies has 3 great walls. It's to make the people inside it know nothing else of the outside world. For them, this is the only world for humanity, in which the lower class in the underground cities are always foraging and exclusively concerned with only survival, while being heavily bombarded by ideologies made up by those living in the inner walls of Sina with higher cultural standings. Isayama showed how in Erwin Smith's perspective in his early years of education, how the young is educated enough to think for themselves but comfortably enough to be highly susceptible to propaganda. The middle-class society of the walls is the most important and dangerous section, because the schools are the place where one is indoctrinated in a system that will exploit them, where ideology is most powerful. This is how the members of the middle class become the military police, keeping the Eldians in line all for the bidding of those who languish in hedonism and power. Earlier in Erwin Smith's youth, he asked a question concerning the walls. His father evaded the question but later told Erwin about the contradicting nature of the walls. Erwin shows where the invisible but real violence inside the walls lies. Erwin Smith realized the corrupted stagnation of the higher-ups. They are not concerned for the well-being of humanity but for their lavish lifestyles. The process of passing the power of the founding titan is very corrupt, just to extend the first king's influence to his descendants, subjecting the inheritors to a pacifist stance, losing their autonomy and sense of self. Also making them feel that all innocent Eldians are guilty by association from the crimes of their ancestors.
At the end? Oh, no. To engineer hell first.
Altering the Eldians' memories about the outside world keeps away infighting amongst its people. It made a long period of peace among the Eldians, unifying under the rulership of a counterfeit nobility, not knowing that a policy of isolation was implemented where any foreign or domestic threat is extinguished, especially the Titans. The royalty were attempting to cling onto and preserve its old traditions by forbidding ideas, technology development, and communication to the outside world. This worked very well for years. The culture thrived. However, the day arrived when the colossal titan forcefully smashed the gates of Shiganshina. But as Eren and the scouting legion upon reaching the headquarters of the true king of the walls, RWBY, they learned the truth of how the first king manipulated the memories of the Eldian race to shield them from the true reason why the Eldian people have been caged. It's to protect the Eldians from the persecution of the other races that the first King Fritz with his Eldian empire incurred. RWBY even had his own personal anti-human army to maintain the status quo and to keep the power of the founding titan. Eren and the scouting legion soon realized the false redemption of them rebelling, because knowing what had truly happened only gave them the burden of inheriting the hate of the world. The scouting legion's revolution does not mean salvation.
Oh boy, I like how the text pops up after he says it.
Knowing
That's
what
great.
had truly happened only gave them the burden of inheriting the hate of the world. The scouting legion's revolution does not mean salvation. The mistake that...
You know what? I don't think it's a single... I don't think the idea of this is interesting at all. I don't even know what the cohesive idea is. I think it's just giving examples of like horrifying symbolism here, but I like the aesthetic of this video. All right, I like the narration. It feels like a character is like speaking it from a story. I like the overlaying of multiple things on top of each other and rapid cutting between them. I like the music. I like the feeling that this video gives me, so it's good.
King Fritz made by abandoning the rest of the Eldians in Marley, building parodies and clinging to the power of the founding titan. While it was beneficial to them for a time, caused the nation to stagnate while other nations were industrializing.
Where might paradise be? However, in the vast world outside would just be swayed by waves of pain and suffering, so instead we'll stay within this small country, within these walls, within this small prayer.
When the time came to confront the industrialized nation of Marley, the scouting legion was unprepared and struggled to catch up technologically. When Eren and the rest of the scouting legion found Grisha's diary in the basement, the truth was revealed to them. This caused Eren to have a very bleak outlook for the future of Eldia. For in the eyes of the world, his ancestors are truly monsters, and they are justified for wanting the extermination of their entire race. It also didn't help that the Attack Titan's ability to see the future and not be bound by the founding titan brought up the only solution: the rumbling. A genocidal last resort option that in theory would end the cycle of hatred of the world. By eliminating all the races outside parodies, Eren can erase the memories of the Eldians, and once and for all, bury the dark history of the world, achieving true paradise. This all happened because of a decision made by Ymir to protect a tyrant king. 2,000 years ago, King Fritz's hubris and madness led to him making his children eat their mother and have children. This doomed the fate of Eldia. Maintaining the power of the Titans cursed the rest of its people. Every Eldian inside them carries the accursed bloodline, the ability to turn into Titans. The older generation seeks to harm the younger by making them perpetuate the old ways of thinking. The child pays for the bad decisions of the older generations.
Eru no Rakuen, a song from Sound Historian. This was one of the weirdest videos I've seen on YouTube. What is this giant description? Finally, I was able to finish remaking this video. Entering the new year was a hassle. I had to finish work and make time for this because Shingeki no Kyojin has a very special place in my mind and heart. Thank you to all the new subscribers. If anyone is wondering what in the world is Akatsuki no Requiem, it's a music video by Linked Horizon that foreshadowed the true dark ending of AOT SNK. I hope that one day we'll be able to see the original envisioned ending of AOT. Izuyama Sensei admitted that he changed the ending of the manga. The various artists that contributed to the songs from Attack on Titan are still on an NDA about the true meaning of their songs. I hope if these rumors are true, a final true ending will be revealed. This is fantastic. My goodness. And he got a lot of views, 16k with 90 comments. I've always been interested in Izuyama's influence to create AOT because of this video, because as this video states, AOT's lore feels so primal, like something that could have really happened in the real world thousands of years in the past, but humanity simply forgotten, yet could see its effects still echoing in the present. That's crazy, because that's actually what happens in Attack on Titan. Oh my god, with the volume bonus, school class, oh my god. Alright. Akira Toriyama processed the designing characters. Varric, I did some good things too. True. Oh my god. We need a good video, guys. Alright, I'm bored. Bored. That was a boring video, despite the aesthetic being great. Nothing here stands out. There's the Craft Dwarf villain video that we started watching. Watch the AT one. Netflix's Genius. I feel like we watched part of this. 4-3, not interesting. You're not crazy. Shonen is changing. Excuse me. Disney responds to the critical drinker and toxic fandom. You know what? Maybe this will get me fired up. What is this? JJK Season 2's bad animation takes and the issue with the Crunchyroll Awards. I feel like we watched part of the Crunchyroll Awards video. This is an Australian? Is that what I just heard? Oh my god. Come on.
Always an advocate for rotoscoping. Mappa and 3D be like, is this CGI? I think is rotoscope. Yeah, I feel like a bunch of anime fans watched The Trick That Made Animation Realistic by Vox and began chucking the word rotoscope on every scene that wasn't a character with lip flaps. Wild. Like, do fans not realize that there are animators out there who are just that good at animating stuff in a realistic style? Like, there was a whole movement centered around realism, but we don't have time for that. Anyways, no, this isn't rotoscoped or CG. This was animated by Daniel Kim, and here's his original drawings. There's your answer, Soy Dennis Music.
Wait, how do we know it's not rotoscoped? What if that's what his hand looks like and he's taken away the layer that shows his actual hand in the video? Oh my god.
Original drawings. There's your answer, Soy Dennis Music. Now, there's definitely a high chance Mr. Kim actually just referenced footage. There's been other animators like Benjamin who have done that, like in the scene for Man vs. Grasshopper, where he goes blow for blow with the air. Or another example with Koki Fujimoto in Season 1. You'll remember him from this scene. And just about any scene involving a Black Flash. Shot some reference footage for the Megami running part in Episode 1, and went off that. And of no surprise when he did the same in other shows like Chainsaw Man, people were calling it rotoscoped. How wise us anime fans are. Now, there are exceptions like animator Gesso in Season 1 who animated out his section in 3D, then drew over the top of the models. But again, that's an exception, not the standard practice of every animator to have set foot in Mappa. Big facts, this animation is trash. I haven't lived long, but anyone who's game enough to put big facts before they make a point.
Alright. My god. Yutaka Nakamura. Oh my god, that's my favorite animator because it's like the most famous one. The saddest part about current fans is that they like, oh my god, this is me. I love, hey, the saddest part about current fans is that they like 60 FPS, 4K, TikTok edits of anime, but as soon as there's a smudge frames or anything off model, it's considered bad. That's just like me. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's Munko Man. Is this the official Munko Man?
There are few.
Oh my god, it is. The ability of anime fans to spew out hilariously stupid takes with total confidence is always fascinating. They'd ace interviews if they were capable of actual human interaction. True, Munko Man. He's always on the ball, right? He never says dumb things, right? We love Munko Man. Except for that one tweet he made, my god.
Can a bad...
Oh boy. I guess we're watching
manga
this.
actually ruin its anime. It's common knowledge that if a manga gets a good anime adaptation, then it's a big success. At least that's the common idea. The reality is that it's almost never a guarantee. There are plenty of manga with bad anime adaptations that are still some of the most iconic manga in the industry. And there's also plenty of good anime out there that didn't really change how people view the source material. So in this video, I want to go through this weird relationship between anime and manga and talk about how it really comes down to the fan base more than anything else. First of all, the obvious thing anyone will say is that a good anime will boost its manga. The sales will go up, the series will get more popular, and people will generally look at it in a better light. Of course, the example everyone is thinking of when you talk about this is Demon Slayer. And Demon Slayer is kind of a funny example because it really wasn't even that popular at first. So like the manga had fans, but it wasn't huge before the anime. Then the anime comes out and people are watching it, but it's not an instant success like, say, Spy Family was. It really wasn't until
Wait, what? Wait.
Episode 19 when the anime went trending all over the internet.
Oh,
That was when
okay,
the series
that's
started
fair.
to blow up. And that was only because it was a really cool looking fight. But it still led to an astronomical boost in popularity, leading to a huge boost in manga sales. Ever since then, Demon Slayer is still viewed as one of the best looking anime in the industry, and the manga wouldn't have been nearly as popular if it weren't for that success. Another example we have, surprisingly, is My Hero. It's weird to think about, but My Hero really wasn't that popular before the anime. It was kind of in the same spot as Demon Slayer, where it had its following, but it wasn't anywhere close to dominating Jump like it does now.
What is this graph? So you got each volume, 2 to 4 months. Oh, I gotta make this bigger. 2 to 4 months between each volume release. The number of volumes sold, volume sale evolution, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. All the first week, second weeks of volume 2 to 34, third weeks of 3 to 34. Oh, because the first one wouldn't. Okay. Wait. I don't know what this means. Copies in circulation, 45 million. Okay. I guess the takeaway is that it just gets bigger. When did the anime come out? Here? How do we know it's because of the anime? I mean, I guess he hasn't said that yet in the video, right? Let's see.
And then the anime comes out and it gets views, but it's not wildly popular until later in the season.
Oh, okay.
When really wasn't that popular before the anime. It was kind of in the same spot as Demon Slayer, where it had its following, but it wasn't anywhere close to dominating Jump like it does.
So he's saying that somewhere here, the Nomu fight happened at the end of season 1, and he got really popular. I don't know, I guess I don't see it.
Now. And then the anime comes out and it gets views, but it's not wildly popular until later in the season when All Might fights the Nomu. Then the anime blows up, and then the series as a whole reaches an entirely new tier of popularity. There's a bunch of other examples, but these are two where it's pretty clear that their current popularity is tied to their anime adaptations, which would seem to prove the theory: if popular anime, then popular manga. Or should I be saying, if good manga, then popular anime? Well, that's actually kind of the problem. As many of you are probably aware, you can have a good series that nobody really reads or watches. The example I'm always reminded of is Dr. Stone. Actually, before I get into that, make sure to like the video.
Wait, is that not popular? I think Dr. Stone is popular enough that I'd actually heard of it.
Enjoying it so far. It's the easiest way to support the channel, and it helps spread the video to other viewers like you. But like I was saying, Dr. Stone is one of the best anime out there, and while it is pretty mainstream,
that's absolutely not true, but you know,
it's still not nearly as popular as some of the other Jump series like Demon Slayer or JJK. And while the anime definitely led to new manga fans, myself included, the Dr. Stone manga never really hit massive popularity as a result. Dr. Stone was actually one of the strongest manga in Jump, as it had over 200 chapters and received more color page spots than One Piece and even JJK. And still, the series was never really that popular, so that definitely undermines the whole thing of...
Are we gonna get numbers? He showed the graph for the other one. What's the popularity of Dr. Stone?
If it's a good anime, then it'll be popular. You also have another example of this in Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai, serving as an example of Toei Animation's latest trend in God tier.
Alright, I'm curious. Okay, Wikipedia, Dr. Stone, Wikipedia, My Hero Academia. Does Wikipedia even include these numbers? Surely, right? Most sold manga. I mean, this would be an estimate at least. My Hero Academia. Stone? Is Dr. Stone? It's not even on here. Sold? Wouldn't have it on here, would it? By December 2022, the manga had over 15 million copies in circulation. Okay, what's My Hero then? Copies. Had over 85 million copies in circulation. I don't know. That's not as big of a gap as I was expecting. 85 million versus 15 million. And it only went from 17 to 2022. Whereas My Hero Academia is from 2014 to all the way until 2023. I don't know.
Tier animation, Dragon Quest was a gorgeous anime that had me hooked every week for 100 episodes. And while many other people felt this way, the reality is that Dragon Quest was a hidden giant throughout its entire run. It's like everybody was watching it and nobody was talking about it, which kind of leads into the real problem. It's not so much quality or popularity as it is fanbase. As a Dr. Stone fan, I can tell you that the entire time Dr. Stone was running, everybody read it and nobody talked about it. And when season 3 started, everyone was watching it, but nobody was talking about it. Nobody was hyping it up. It wasn't until much later in season 3 that Dr. Stone got its hype. With Dragon Quest, it's different because you're talking about a series that came out a while ago. So when you get this remake of the anime, you have a combination of current fans not invested in whether it does well.
This is a weird video. He's just like saying things about like popularity and how does he measure them? I don't know. He said, as a fan, season 3 is when Dr. Stone got popular. But like, what's the evidence for that?
About a series that came out a while ago.
Like if I was to make a claim like, you know what? Attack on Titan was pretty popular, but I think it got really popular at the beginning of season 4. And then, like, the way I would quantify that would be to look at, like, I guess how, to me, it'd just be look at Reddit. Like, just look at the number of comments on, like, threads or something. At least it'd be something. Like, he could probably give that metric? I don't know. How else would you quantify it, I guess?
So when you get this remake of the anime, you have a combination of current fans not invested in whether it does well, and the fact that it's not getting a ton of new casual fans. With Demon Slayer and My Hero, those both got massive anime popularity. Anime naturally attracts more casual fans, which meant they resonated with the broader casual audience, and that's why they gained that kind of popularity. So yeah, popularity and quality are big factors, but it's not as simple as good anime equals good manga. Naturally, the question you might be thinking is, okay, but what about the opposite? What about a bad anime? And more times than not, a bad anime will almost definitely kill a manga. The example I always like to bring up is Record of Ragnarok. Record of Ragnarok had a pretty significant following. It was being praised as the next big series, and when they finally announced the anime, fans were claiming it was going to be the next big thing. Then the anime comes out with its Microsoft PowerPoint animation, and suddenly the series dies. And I mean dies. The fans are still there, but I don't think I've seen anyone talk about Record of Ragnarok since then. At least not nearly as much as they did before. And I don't think anyone watched season 2. So clearly bad.
Alright. Well, that's that. You know what? I don't think we watched a single interesting video today. Crazy. I guess the only interesting thing was talking about the video that I made, you know? Crazy. How long have we gone? 1 hour and 6 minutes. That's it. This is the end. Who knows when I'll be back? Maybe I'll come back tomorrow. Maybe I'll come back in 2 weeks. Maybe I'll be on a Kai Entertainment stream and not on here. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for coming.